Yes,
Hello.
hi. Hi, this is Galina and I, Eleni, for another sisters talk around women's circles. Um, and we're very excited for this topic today, which is all about balance and how women's circles help us find balance between our careers and our personal lives, which are both quite busy. And this is what we got gathered to talk about today. So how are you feeling about this topic, Karina?
I feel that it's a very important topic, very juicy topic, because everything in life, I think in the end, it's all about balance, but it's the hardest thing to achieve. And I think a lot of women feel really stressed in their lives because, you want to have it all. Really, you want to have it all, and all the movies show that it's so easy to be successful all the time, have it all, have a career, have a husband, have maybe kids, maybe a lot of hobbies, and that you should be always on top. But in reality, so many people struggle with, trying to manage it. uh, if you focus too much on your career, yes, it's progressing a lot, but at the same time, it's hard to maintain relationships. If you have kids, it's also very hard because you are always somewhere in between your career and kids. It might be very tough and challenging because you try to be here and there and there, and sometimes in the end you are nowhere. You're just nowhere. You're just out of balance. And because you have so much expectations from yourself, it's all just the stress just builds up and builds up. And I think that women's circles really help to find the time to balance out everything that has built up within you, and to spend some quality time to just relax, exhale, and just stop for a moment, and exit this mode of chasing, achieving, overachieving, and just understand that life, it is here right now at this very moment, and you should enjoy this journey. And this is the way to have an organized space to just slow down and maybe start enjoying this journey too. What do you think about it, Eleni? How
Yes,
do you feel?
yeah, I have to say that I have been a person who has been very career oriented and with a lot of drive to do various things that I have set my mind to. Even either working for others or working as an entrepreneur. And women's circles have started. This is how it started for me. Uh, they started being this sacred space where I could leave everything behind and focus on relating and focus on authentic relating, because it's another thing, the relationship you have in your work life, in your career life, and it's another thing to have this deep kind of relating and deep connection that you have in my circle. And because in your career life you may have relationships, but it doesn't mean you connect necessarily. That's really not the prerequisite for a successful career. But and the topics that you talk about are work related, whereas in women's circles we really touch on topics that have to do with our souls, that have to do with our inner parts that don't get so much attention, um, our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities. And when we make the time in our busy lives to be in a women's circle, it's just like, for me, it's like I'm taking a warm shower, a warm rose shower, or something like that. It's like everything just falls away, and you're in this new space that is just so brilliant. That's how it feels, like taking a warm, scented shower for me.
Yeah, I liked the phrase, and now use it all the time, that it's a spa for your soul. It really is. It's just, you sit down and you just relax and you think into the experience. And it's just so enjoyable. And at the same time, I agree with you. It's about relationships with other people and connection to other people, but also in the end, primarily, it's building healthy relationship with yourself. Not being somewhere out there in your mind, focused on what you're going to achieve, somewhere, stuck between your past and your future, but being here and now and really hearing you, yourself, your soul. It sounds so simple, but in our usual life, we are not used to doing that. Just to take this time and space to really enjoy yourself, your journey, to understand what your soul really needs at the moment, just to listen to it, to start here. First you'll hear just maybe humming some small sounds, maybe it will, but then something from inside will just start speaking, and you'll understand more about yourself, about more about what you really want in life. And it's good to be achieving. It's nice to be an achiever. It's good to have all the nice things in life, but you have to enjoy them too. You have to have the time and space to enjoy that.
And not to talk about the ripple effects that this new way of relating and taking time for yourself can have on your career, can have on your time when you're productive. You can't really run on empty, and you need to, at least that's how I see things, that we need to be in sort of an overflow in order to give to others and to be shining and to be, achieving, let's say, and doing all the things. And so this is really time for ourselves. It's a really, yes, you could go to a spa, but this is soul spa. I love this phrase, spa your.
Yeah, I love it too. It is very accurate, because it's very accurate and it's a good description. Yes, I agree. And I agree with what you've said. So in order to achieve things, you need energy. If you are achieving being empty, then somehow at some point, I think you might either get sick or just feel bad, and you'll have to slow down. But it's better to go at a normal pace when you feel good physically, when you have energy to wake up, when you become more productive. And instead of sitting, 8 hours, but having your head somewhere and feeling stressed, maybe you will have more energy to do it in 5 hours, but in a very productive way and in an enjoyable way.
So it brings more joy to what we do, our creativity. And it's also about self-care and prevention. So we want to prevent burnout. We want to prevent running on empty, precisely. Which, again, if it happens, I felt that in my experience, because I have had burnouts before. And Women's Circle, because they are a place where you are accepted just as you are. You can, of course, show up and be held in your burnout. Absolutely. But why wait until we arrive at this point? Why not schedule?
I personally arrived at that point, but I wish that the prevention is a key. Actually, it's better not to go there, because when you start from low point, you need more actions, more women's circles to restore and recharge. And if you just always maintain your health, and when you start doing this thing, you start feeling that I think I have too much going on in my life. I think I need a circle. I need around my beautiful women. I need to be in this space where I can be held. And you start feeling it in a more preventing way. You start caring about yourself in a nice way. You become your actually real friend, which is so valuable.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You get to have some self-reflection about oh, this is how I'm behaving to myself. You start to loving yourself maybe a little bit, like, oh, I need this regularly. And I think it also helps us put some boundaries then.
Mhm.
Put some boundaries between because we get to feel how good it feels to invest in ourselves and to offer something to ourselves. It then puts some boundaries when, we've overdone ourselves in our work, or we've, given too much of ourselves. It's this inner voice that we're cultivating that says, it's enough, you know, give something to yourself, drop into connection, take it easy, relax. And it's a really important inner voice to cultivate. So,
Yeah, and it's funny that through women's circles, even if we just speak there and meditate, you start feeling your body more. And that's how you start feeling also that now my body needs some rest. Now I have to schedule some massage appointment, even if I have so much things to do, even if maybe I don't have that much money, then I'll just schedule some nice walk and being in the nature. So it doesn't have to be something expensive, but you start thinking about such things and you start providing yourself real, true, nice care that everyone deserves in life.
exactly. And this care is so connected to our body. And we do body related practices in circles. And this connection to the body can then stay, even when it's another benefit that even when we're working, we start to see that we can add and insert little moments of self-care while we're working. So we can take a walk, a nice walk somewhere. We can meditate for a few minutes. We can drop into our body if that's possible, have some private space and do that. Uh, so these practices, as we go to women's circles, these practices start to become our second nature, and we become more familiar with them, and then we start introducing them throughout our days. There's so many little, even little stretches, things like that. I just remember of so many practices that I have witnessed in women's circles. Um, yeah, or
You
even,
just learn so much
yeah.
by just experiencing it, just living it through your body. So easy, and you just then get this experience automatically uploaded and integrated. Like, wow, this is really a game changer. This is like reality hack. I really think so. This is amazing how it works.
Mm, yes. So how about your experience with your ambitions and with your work? How have women's circles helped you?
Oh, for me, it was like great discovery because I have always felt in my life, I mean, everything was good. And yes, I was this overachiever, and my brain, it still works very intensely. So I have to stop it all the time because it's very fast and it always needs something to process. And for me, it was amazing because I was always disconnected from this nature, the women nature. I was always in my head. That was good for achieving. That was nice. I'm not saying that it was bad. But for me, it was just so amazing. It was a self-discovery. I just understood there is so much more to life, that so much more to just being in your brain, so much more to just being achieving, and there could be so much pleasure in life, so much connection to your soul, to nature. I just can't begin to describe it. It is, and it all started from circles. Like the first time I went there, and I was like already 33 years old, so I can understand that you can live your whole life without truly discovering yourself and all the parts of you. And for me, the goal of life now is to fully discover myself and to fully express myself, the true me, and to you know, wake up, awaken all of my gifts that are given me from the from birth, by nature, and you're just discovering and reclaiming your power that has been given to actually all people from their birth. But we are not taught that way in the society, and well, I feel so much, I have so much like pleasure inside. It inspires me so much that I decided that it will be my work of my life, because I really believe in this story. I really believe that it can change your life completely, that it's a lot, that it's major. Although it doesn't seem like it, but it just happens. And this is an amazing thing. I truly believe that it's a lifesaver and game changer for many people.
I mean, look at our smiles on our faces now we're talking about it. Yeah, I mean, once you learn to live life from your heart, to drop down to your heart, to drop down to your womb as a woman and experience pleasure and experience inspiration, these are new states of consciousness, really, that we get to start to experience them and to cultivate them in a woman's circle, because it's all about connection to our body, womb, heart, and creativity. So yes, we get to live life in these new states, and then it really spills out of women's circles into the rest of our work life and our achiever life. I mean, it's like this bubble, this spa, this bubble of just goodness and pleasure. And we start to live more pleasurably, and we start to create more pleasurably. I think that's a great achievement, the quality that you're doing things right. It just upgrades the quality of your doing mode so much, because you are connected. You're not just up here, you are connected. You remain connected to your heart, to your womb. You are more of a woman, let's say, and it becomes more like a 3D experience, whatever you work, when you create. And yes, sometimes we even dedicate our lives to it, because it's just, we see how transformative this experience is. And we're saying, this is it. I wish to offer this to more women. I wish to unlock this for more women. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much, Eleni. Even talking like that, it is such a powerful medicine for ourselves, and I think for people who will listen to it with their heart. If you just listen with your heart, you will just start getting it. You will just start feeling it. I'm sure that's how it works. So thank you so much. That was such an enjoyable conversation as usual. Thank you so much for spending your time. And we'll see you next time for another sister talk.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Galina. Thank you so much to everyone who listened to us. And we'll see you around for the next sister talks.